Development, from toddlers and home to school and university. The pros, cons and issues of different education systems. Written and narrated by Chirag Patel. Introduction. I've taught in a lot of different environments to a lot of different learners. From teaching basic English conjunctions to scuba diving rescue patterns, it's been a complex journey through what we think of as teaching. What I've learned is that we're failing students all over the world. That's not a new thought, but perhaps by properly appreciating the problem, we can come to the solution. The first great lesson is interest is everything. In order to teach or learn, you have to be interested and engaged. Without these two, then the form of your instruction is irrelevant. This is the insight that led to things like Montessori schools, and more recently to the trend of unschooling. Contained here are a variety of essays covering thoughts on schooling and education, from childhood to adult education, and how we can change things towards a more effective learning environment. Child Psychology Overview. Nature and Nurture. The nature versus nurture debate has been at the centre of thought and developmental theories for a very long time, and has recently come into focus as the result of Pinker's popular The Blank Slate, 2005, which considers the nature-nurture debate from a modern scientific view. On one side are those that claim that we are genetically predetermined. That is, that whatever we will be as adults is inevitably and absolutely defined before we are born by our nature. Before the modern era, this was assumed to be a matter of fate, and the modern version of the same argument replaces fate and destiny with genetic and social determination. A life inevitably written as a matter of parentage and the class one is born into, but not variable through variations in that class. On the other side are those that claim that all human beings are born essentially identical and that every significant difference between us is a result of nurture. This means that regardless of a child's heritage and situation, it can be trained to think and believe almost anything. The child of a succession of low IQ parents is just as likely to be a genius as the child of a family of geniuses, since all that matters is the way that they are raised. The two classical progenitors of these schools of thought are John Locke, 1700, and Jean-Jacques Rousseau, 1994. Locke posited that humanity was a blank slate, such that every person was just the sum of their experiences. Essentially, that nature had no significant impact on development, but that nurture was everything. On the other side of the argument is Rousseau, who claimed that man existed in a native state as a noble savage who was corrupted by society, that nature is everything, and nurture only had negative effects. As with so many things in life, the truth is somewhere between. The simplest explanation is that development is in fact phenotypic. That is, the result of a given set of genes interacting with a particular environment, leading to a developed form that is a combination of both. Why is the nature-nurture debate relevant to child psychology? Within the field of child development, it is critical that we have a clear understanding of the extent to which the environment and actions of a child influence the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?